do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live and direct, better than any other can. Back with another episode of that Repent or Die podcast. I am your host, Junes, the original Jew, by blood, not by conversion. I'm out here splurging with that word. But before I even get started, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to the Most High. Gotta give him the glory, it's because of him we still here. His mercy, his son's blood, we still here. And I definitely gotta say thank you, because yesterday I've witnessed two accidents. One fender bender, and the other one, it seems to be fatal from what I was told. But this podcast is for the OGs, the Triple OGs, 60 OGs, the ones that someone like myself looked up to. Rest in peace to those that's not here now. Shout out to those that's doing their time, holding it down, not folding, not taking the easy way out, still keeping the G code, do the crime, do the time. You understand? And shout out to those that's still out and trying to make a change. But it's time that all the OGs come together. I don't care what gang you claim, Crip, Blood, Latin King, the Wu, the Folk, GD, BD, ABC, 1, 2, 3, whatever clique and organization you are a part of. This is a public service announcement. And the reason why I came up with this podcast, because it's time for brothers and sisters to really, really start coming together and unifying and preparing ourselves. Too much warriors is being taken out. We're weakening our strong front over senseless nonsense. And I need all the OGs to speak to the youngins, man, to tell them, don't waste ammunition on each other. Whatever the situation may be, sometimes the situation is so serious that, you guys need to knuckle up. Just knuckle up. Once you open the door with gun violence, man, it's never no closing the doors. But we gotta create some type of peace treaty, something that needs to be done all across the board. All across the board. Something needs to take place. We need to take the infiltration by the government, FBI, CIA, all of that. Because the reason why we in these circumstances now is because they infiltrated. They have corrupted the minds. We gotta figure out how can we sit down and get this hypnosis nonsense out of our people, out of these young youth. These young youth is gonna be the ones that's representing us, and they're literally standing on nothing. They're literally just joining gangs for the hype. And the number one gang is always taking us down. The FBI is always quick to take us down. CIA, all of these organizations is taking us down. They're taking the real men out and leaving these children defenseless. The OGs I don't know, maybe you guys got so old or you're just tired, but the lack of your presence, the lack of your word, the lack of your knowledge is causing pure destruction within our community. When I go outside and I see these youngins literally had no guidance. When I was young, even though we was knuckleheads, we had guidance. I remember the OGs, seeing us going to school and be like, yo, make sure y'all stay going to school, man. Do what you gotta do. Don't get caught up out here. You understand? Whereas now, the OGs are the ones that's, that's drunk, sprung out, didn't do nothing with their lives, kept the gangster life and became failures. And these young bucks need somebody, even though that they don't even know that they're walking down that path of they're walking up that path of destruction for themselves, the same like the OGs did. But they still need guidance and wisdom, and there's a lot of OGs that made it, that became successful, that became hard-working individuals, working 9 to 5, taking care of these children. Someone like myself who played the game, that understood it, that was in deep, into deep, LL Cool J, understand? My refuge and my way out was my children. And there's a lot of brothers and sisters, there's a lot of OGs, I should say, that's on the same type of time as me. But while we sitting here worrying about being better parents and doing the right things for self and your children, we got innocent children that's fatherless, that has no guidance, that has no understanding. And the scriptures tell us that we supposed to be there for the widows and the fatherless. Like, we have a due diligence. Yeah, we taking care of ours, we raising our children, but these young ones need guidance, man. And all their guidance and their knowledge of being against it is what they hear on the radio, what they see on TV, with the YouTube now, and they watching what's going on in other areas of the U.S. But in all reality, is designed to destroy, and is destroying. I'm seeing youth like with no ambition to do nothing besides be a rapper, smoke, drink, and sex. Like, that's all they're inspired to do. School is a dub. I'm seeing children cutting school. Not seeking jobs, rather ride around, rob and steal, causing mayhem. Like, this is what's going on. And I'm watching other nations' children prosper, taking full advantage of the opportunity. I don't see no Arabs smoking weed and listening to music and post up, want to rob. I'm seeing these children going to school, trying to become the lawyers and the doctors. Where's our lawyers and where our doctors? This is why the OGs is really needed. We really need to push these children in the opposite direction. They've been going left. It's time to push them right and get them right. You understand what I'm saying? We can no longer focus on inner self and my family, because guess what? Those children can affect your family as well. When I took my job as a life coach and working with ACS, my main objective was to give these children some wisdom and guidance so they could make better choices and decisions in lives where it won't affect them and it can't affect me, because I got teenagers. You understand? So I can't afford to have these knuckleheads running around causing a muck, causing chaos. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching it and I'm seeing it every day. And just the route that I'm seeing these young youth is going is just mind-boggling. And the OGs need to be around. All of us need to be around. All of us need to literally come together as one and mold these children. Let them understand what this gang life is about. This gang life is not about being a stick-up. It wasn't about robbing and hurting each other. This gang life was our way of protecting our community from the enemy. enemy never change, y'all. The enemy will remain here as long as we live. As long as this land stand, the enemy is gonna be here. As long. It doesn't matter if you change today, it doesn't matter. No, they're gonna always stand, and their main objective is to take down the colored man, anybody that's from the stock of Israel. This is a fact. You understand? If you're from the hood, these ride around lurking. You know, they lurking. It's like they riding around looking for mayhem, looking to cause chaos, looking to disrupt and end somebody's happiness. Like Tupac said, you know, they hate to see you with your noble fun. They don't like to see you happy. They don't want to see you driving, blasting music, having a good time. Yo, let's pull them over. I witnessed cops pull people over just because it's 3 colored boys in a car and they're listening to music. Yo, let's see what they're doing. So they'll pull these individuals over, have them sitting on the back of the trunk. Meanwhile, another cop is ransacking their whole car. I'm talking about ransacking. And then when they finish, they're not putting nothing back. Oh, we didn't find nothing. Or, yo, you know, sometimes these dudes be as wicked as planting. Yo, I found marijuana. Mind you, nobody don't smoke. This is what goes on. This was goes on, and this so-called gang culture was designed to protect our neighborhood. All these gangs was a factuation of the Black Panther Party. Exactly. I'm telling you, that's what it was. Even when you look at things like the Latin Kings when they came on the scene, they was protecting the Latinos, the so-called, y'all call them Latinos, I call them the Northern tribe. They was protecting themselves from everybody. You understand? They had to make a name for themselves. They had to protect themselves. And again, you know, it will start off as protecting the community, doing right, and then they'll get infiltrated. And they'll get infiltrated and they get brainwashed, and then before you know it, they got beef with this gang, and then there's another gang, and then there's another gang, and then meanwhile, we're not even seeing the bigger picture that we out here destroying each other. We killing each other. And we're not doing nothing about it. The only thing that we doing is sipping a 40, pouring some Hennessy, rolling up a blunt, and looking for get back. That's it. We out here looking for get back, and the get back is only 2 things that's gonna happen. It's either you're gonna catch your body, then you're gonna end up getting bodied, or you're gonna try and catch your body and you get locked up. And the only people that wins is them, and we lose. That's another soldier that's lost. There's gonna be another ammunition that could be had to protect the community. That's no longer here. Then what? You understand what I'm saying? So this is why it's very important that we come together. So this is a message for all the OGs, all of them. I don't care for what gang, set, clique. I don't care. We must realize that we are all in this together. We are all we got out here. This is not no time for the BDs to be fighting with the GD. This is not no time. You see, listen, and if you think I'm lying, you see what the FBI is doing. They gonna dismantle every and any clique gang that been on the social media, flashing guns, showing money, talking crazy. They're listening to everything now. With all this censorship growing on, this country that you think is land of the free is about to be land of the enemy. You hear me? Everything is about to be shut down. All of that is going to be over. Now what you going to do? Now you bragging, you showing them, you letting them know what kind of artillery you have in your possession. So just know that they're going to come prepared and ready for war. They're not going to just knock on your door and wait for you to go to the store and pull you over and say, come with us. No, they're going to come with the possibility that it's going to be a shootout. So they're going to be fully armored and ready for war. All because you guys want to brag and want to talk crazy and want to act a fool and just really want to just cause mayhem and destroying our community. You know, every man that you kill, you know, that's another child that's gonna be raised without a father, without a mother. A man gets locked up, a child is gonna have to spend his life knowing that his parent or his father or mother is in a system. You know, the worst thing to do is look at your child from a glass window, watching your child grow up and you can't do nothing. You can't spend no quality time with him or her. Come on. I can't be the only one that's seeing this. I can't be the only one that's concerned about this. This really, really got to stop. You guys really got to see the bigger picture. We all we got out here. This is a public service announcement for all the OGs, Triple OGs. I don't care if you a hustler, you made it, you successful, you made it out the hood. These young boys need guidance. No guidance leads to more violence. You see when it rhymes, it's because it's meant to go together. No guidance leads to more violence. And the violence is beyond crazy. Here in New York, it's starting to look like Chicago now. We got children literally, just because they're in a gang, their lives is in jeopardy. Mind you, these individuals, they do nothing to the person that's out here lurking. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Can be it is what it is. Can be. Because these children are the future. And the real reason why these OGs need to come together, we got to teach these children the importance of unity. Unity is what creates a community. We got to teach them that. We got to show them that you can do more than just want to be a rapper or a ball player. We have enough of those. We need the garbage man. We need the police officers. We need the electrician. We need the inventors that, you know, we need the artists, the painter. We need the lawyers. We need the doctors. We need the nurses. We need that, and we need that in our arsenal. Because when things hit the fan, when the system becomes digital, and the only livelihood and the way to survive is gonna be based on if you're following what they tell you to follow, then what? We need farmers. We need school teachers. We need realtors, people that knows the game, so we can get cribs and houses on the low, buildings on the low, things that we can own and literally start some type of industrial enterprise, colored owned, where we separating ourselves. We gotta go back to that. We gotta go back to the Black Wall Street. We gotta go back to the Black Panther. We gotta go back to anything that was uplifting the people and giving the people the opportunity to win. Because when it's all said and done, all we want to do is win. But you gotta want to win it. You can't want to live your life just selling drugs. Want to fornicate and sleep with women. Want to ride around with the strap, showing videos that, you know, yeah, we got it on us all day, every day. We about that life. It gotta be more to it, bro. Making songs, talking about this and the dead homie, like all of that is ridiculous. Like, enough of that. We lost enough soldiers as it is. It's time for us to do something different. We lost enough. Where's our protection? Who's gonna protect these newborn babies? If you guys is not around, if you guys is not fit, if you guys aren't healthy, who's going to protect them? You know who's going to protect them? The system. This is what the system wants. The system needs to get the warriors, the alpha male, the masculine individuals. They need to take all that out. Because somebody that's not masculine, somebody that don't have a warrior mindset, If you don't have that, you're not a threat. A threat to what? A threat to their system. Racism is not a person. Racism is a system. Racism is an institution that was created and put in place by those that view themselves as more superior than anybody, especially you colored people. Especially those that's the children of Israel. The Bible said there will be those who claim to be Jews but are not, but from the synagogue. Those are the people that's running. Those are the people that's running the show. Those are the ones that own the TV shows, that own the radio stations, that own the distribution, that owns all of that, that owns the NBA. Who's literally telling you guys how you should be operating. They are the ones that's telling men how to operate with their woman. Woman, this is how you operate with your man. They the ones that's feeding you this. And everything that they feeding you is to destroy, and it's destroying us. So again, public service announcement for all the OGs, man. Please. You know. And for anybody that listens to this podcast, man, please send this to the OGs. Let that be the trigger in your mind when it's like, wait, hold on, he right. Let me make a phone call. And let's see what can we do. Let's not wait for another death to take place for us to want to sit down and unite. Let's not wait for that. Let's just start doing it now. Because we losing too much soldiers. Dudes that's supposed to be on the battlefield fighting for righteousness is literally on the left side of the field killing each other senselessly because of music, because of Twitter, because of Facebook, because of Instagram. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Come on, man. If you know better, you do better. And I'm doing my part. And I need you guys to do your parts too. I need you guys to put this pride aside and let's have a conversation. Let the conversation just let the conversation take place. Let's have a conversation and let's see what can we do. And if we could come to some type of peace treaty, if we could come to some type of resolution, that's going to be the first step into this revolution. Facts. Remember, the revolution won't ever be televised. They will never show the world what colored people is actually doing. They'll never show us in a positive light unless you're representing their system. They will never show you what can we do in our communities. They'll never show you us coming together, fixing our community, planting, putting up flowers, trees, whatever. Seeing neighborhoods come together, play basketball, and no drama. Going to an event and everybody made it home, peace and sound. They will never show that. They're going to always cause and show the negative because that's what they want the world to see us and view us as. And I'm just saying enough is enough. Because this gang culture is literally destroying our people. And if it be a gang, let it be a gang of righteousness. Let us unite and stand up for each other. My biggest threat in my life has never been the other nations. I never had an issue with a Caucasian or an Edomite. I never had a Caucasian altercation with an Arab / Ishmael. Never had an altercation with an Asian, Moab. I never had a problem with these people. The only people that I always seem to have issues with is always my own. And I'm tired. We tired. The OGs, aren't you tired? Young Bucks, aren't you tired? You know? We're just tired. It's time for us to just do something. So I'm gonna just leave it as that. You know, I hope brothers and sisters take heed. I hope y'all really find it in your heart to take this message and this knowledge and pass it along. And if you are OG, you know, please think this through. Reach out to me. You know, you reach out to me on IG, send me a DM, Repent or Die Podcast. You know, type that in. Facebook, doesn't matter. You can holler at my other page, June's the Original Jew on IG. You know, you can check the website out, repentorddiepodcast.net. You know, leave a comment, leave your info. Like there's so much outlets, and if we're gonna really do this, it's gonna take a collective. It's gonna take collective. It's gonna take a bunch of us to put things aside, put this pride aside, put this anger aside, and let's create something that's gonna put an end to this genocide. Because that's what's happening. It's a genocide. It's your brother man. It's your brother man from the motherland. Let's give a round of applause for another powerful podcast, man. This is a powerful one. This is something that I've been sitting on for quite some time. And the fact that I got the opportunity to just finally let it out, you know, it's a blessing. And like I said, I hope you guys take heed, man. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm about to, you know, close down for the rest of the night. And hopefully I'll be ready to go tomorrow. And this will be up Tuesday, man. You know, again, forgive me for last week. Going through the personal things. You know, when you're doing this work, you gotta be sober-minded at all times. That's the only way you're gonna see the nonsense. You gotta be sober-minded. So, you know, I was just dealing with a lot of foo-foo, but, you know, I'm back. Things is in normal. Things is in order. That's the way the Most High ordained it to be. So it's only right that I give you the message to set you free. Like Christ said, you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Again, I'm your brother man from the motherland. Came to you guys live and direct. Better than any other can. Peace.